jaws on, you know.
Oh, Captain, it must be wonderful to be a pilot. Tell me, how'd you ever learn to fly a great big plane like this?
Oh, it's all very simple, and it's very interesting. I mean, when I was a kid, I was sort of well, I was 3, and the other 2, they didn't know whether they had I always liked models. I still like models. I was one redhead. She was built like and her mother was the same way.
Oh, naturally, yes.
Couldn't help it. And then, of course, every plane has a motor. It has a motor up in the front. There's a thing there that has and the things go up and down, and sometimes they go down and up just to change the monotony. Then there's a guy out front of he's got a hold of he grabs the propeller, he puts his foot up in the air, and he pulls it down with a yank, and the yank says, wait a minute, you're not going to pull me around with that. I don't think that. Then he says, switch on, switch off. And the guy takes the switch off, puts it on, takes it off, puts it on. Finally, he's got no hair at all.
Oh, that's very dangerous.
Yes, it was old-fashioned. He didn't care. And then finally, there's a fella comes up, and you have to have there's a sharp wave. And then there's a long whack. I must remember to give it back to it. And finally, there's a beam. You have to stay on the beam. If you don't stay on the beam, you couldn't. I got off the beam the other day. I went back for a cup of coffee and a sandwich, and the plane went into a dive, and I went in after it. They kicked me out.
My, I've been there many times myself.
It's a rough place. And then they get with the retractable gear lever. That controls the pontoons. You have to have the pontoons. Of course, if you wear suspenders, you don't have to worry about holding up your... And then when you're landing, if you're not careful in landing, you'll be caught with your pontoons.
Oh, they'll do it every time.
Silly that way. And then there's the heating. You take it in the hot country. The hot country, it makes you, if you got 2 pairs of pants, I mean, it doesn't make any difference. But if they have the retractable landing gear with the amplifying cooling system, it always makes up with the defrosters out on and it's very expensive. Very expensive. Thousands of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. A few dollars. You can't buy them.
No.
Free. They give them, some kid makes them because as the plane lands, it comes in with a 3-point. And you have to have the 3. The fellow says, I've got 3 points. He says, well, that isn't enough because the kid just he lands on the ground. It was a ground handler. I mean, he didn't have enough for the, so whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it's always good to have points.
Very interesting, Captain. Brilliant, brilliant. What language? What language were you talking, Bud?
Why don't you get